All right, guys, we're trying this for the second time. The first time I recorded this whole entire video and it didn't record the sound. So hopefully this time it will record. Okay, now here's my other problem. Cammy's not working today and I can't open my slides. So as I have said in the past, we are going to really overcome and adapt to what we have. And I'm going to share with you. So bear with me on this lesson today, guys. Here's how we're going to do this. Now, I'm going to pause for a second so I can get to the next slide. Okay. Today, we are on lesson 17. I can model subtraction of 8 from teen numbers. Now, we have already done this, 9, where we break down our teen numbers into 10 and something else, and then we took the 9 from the 10. Today, we're going to take the 8 from the 10. We got this. I'm going to show you how to do it step by step, and we're going to number our steps, okay? So hopefully it'll become easier to understand. So let's get started. We are not doing this fluency here. You're going to have a sprint. It's either going to be A or B. Be very careful when you do this sprint because there is subtraction and addition on this sprint. Remember, you're setting your timer for 2 minutes. It is how many you get done correctly in those 2 minutes, not how many you get done total, okay? I don't want them done if they're wrong. I want them done if they're right. So take your time. Get as many as you can get done correctly in those 2 minutes. So pause this video here. Go work on this for 2 minutes and then come back to me. All right, friends, welcome back. That means you're ready to rock and roll. I am ready to go. I've got my detective hat on. Remember, a good detective reads through the entire problem to see what we have to do in order to solve this. Then we go back and look for clues. However, I can't highlight our clues today because Cammy's not working. So I'm just going to have to do it on the board. Let's read through, see what we have to do first. Gisela had 13 markers in her bag. 8 markers fell out of the bag. How many markers does Gisela have now? Does it tell us how we have to solve this? No. So that means we get to decide how we're going to solve this, okay? So let's go back and look for clues. Let me grab my marker. And let's get looking. Gisela had 13 markers in her bag. 13 in her bag is my clue. So I'm going to write 13 and put a bag. Okay. Now, let's keep reading. 8 markers fell out of her bag. 8 fell out. All right. How many markers does Gisela have now? That's what we're trying to figure out. That's what we're going to answer, okay? How many does she have now? Now, there's a clue inside our clue. Fell out is my clue inside my clue because it tells me I need to do what? I need to subtract. So I'm going to make a number sentence. 8 markers that she had in her bag. I'm sorry, not 8, 13. 13 markers she had in her bag minus the 8 that fell out equals something, okay? And we need to figure out how we're going to solve this. We can do this a couple of ways. We can count on from 8 all the way up to 13. We can count backwards from 13 down to 8. We can take from 10. Okay, so there's lots of different ways we can do this. So let's start with our counting on. I'm going to start at 8 and I'm going to count up to 13. Ready? 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. How many did I get? 5. Okay, so this time let's start at 13 and count back to 8. 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8. How many did I have? 5. So far we've gotten the same answer, counting back. Now let's do our take from 10. Okay, I'm going to step by step this with you and you're going to follow along. Okay, step 1, I'm going to break apart 13. I'm going to break it apart into 10 and 3 because 10 and 3 make 13. I can make it look like a number bun. Okay, now number 2, my step 2, is going to be to draw out 13. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Now, I see a pretty little 10. I'm going to take a picture and frame it. Now, step 3, I'm going to take 8 from 10. So 10 minus 8. What is 10 minus 8? I'm going to take 10 from here, or 8 from here. Ready? 5, 6, 7, 8. That left me with 2. Step 4, I'm going to add up what is left over. 2 and 3. 2 plus 3 equals 5. And step 5, I'm going to do it over here because I'm running out of room. Step 5, I'm going to say 13 minus 8 equals. Now here's my 13. I took out 8. How many did I have left over? I had 5. So my answer is 5. Did we get that when we counted on and counted back? Yes. So we know that Gisela now has 5 markers. Great job, detectives. You may erase your board because our case is closed. Now, if you will give me 1 second while I pause so I can get our video started, you can take a moment to erase your boards and get for our video. All right, friends, I am ready to go. We are working with this Ducket today. So make sure you have your board ready. Let's share this. Let's go. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna pause. Now, let's read through that again. We had 15 blocks. He used 8 of them to make a car. What does that tell me I need to do? I need to subtract because he took 8 of those from the 15. So let's make our sentence 15 minus 8. Okay, now, how would you solve this? You can do it lots of ways. We just talked about them in our application problem. We said we could count on, we could count backwards, we could make it or take from 10. We could do lots of different things. So I want you to pick out the strategy you're going to use. Write your answer down. If you're doing the take from 10, make sure you do your steps. I'm going to do my way. Okay, I'm actually going to do the take from 10. If you want to count on or count back, that's fine. That's up to you. Okay, make sure you do your answer and let's see if we get the same answer. So I'm going to do it step by step. Step 1, break it apart, 10 and 5. Step 2, I'm going to draw it out. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now I'm going to take a picture and frame my 10. Now step 3, I'm going to take 8 away from my 10. So 10 minus 8 equals 5, 6, 7, 8. Here's what I'm left with, 2. Okay. Step 4, I'm going to add up what I have left. I have 2 and 5. 2 plus 5 equals 7. And then step 5 is my last step. I'm going to 15 minus 8 equals. Well, here's my 15. I took 8 away. I'm left with 7. Okay. Now, did you get 7 for your answer if you did it a different way? I hope so. Let's see what Miss Ducket did. I drew 15 circles and I crossed off 8. Yes, we did. Nine, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Did you count on?
When I look at Maria's work, I've noticed that she used the take from 10 strategy. She broke apart 15 into 10 and 5. I'm thinking that she probably realized that it would be simpler to take 8 from 10 rather than taking 8 from 5. So she did 10 minus 8 and it equaled 2. She counted what was left. So she knew 2 plus 5 equals 7, which meant that 15 minus 8 equaled 7. Maria's answer was 7 blocks. I want you to make a silly face if you used the take from 10 strategy.
Are you ready?
Those were some silly faces. Do I have a silly face?
Yes, she does.
I'll keep on working on that. So even though everyone used different strategies, did they all get the same answer?
Yep.
Give me a thumbs up if yes, or a thumbs down if no. That's right, they all got the same answer. Let's take a closer look at how Maria used the take from 10 strategy. Here is a stick of 15 linking cubes to show how many building blocks Ethan had in the beginning. To use the take from 10 strategy, we should break this apart into
10 and 5.
Yes, into 10 and 5.
So here's my drawn
We
out.
need to take away how many?
We need to take 8 of them
Yes.
away.
8 pieces. Which end would be simpler to take away 8 from? 10 or 5?
We want to take it
Show
from
me
the
on your fingers.
10 because there's enough to take 8 away.
Yes, 10.
Take 10 away.
10 minus 8 is?
2.
Yes. 2 and 5 make?
7. Here.
Yes,
2 and 5
7.
makes 7.
Let's check by using our fingers.
All right.
I want you to show me 15 fingers.
Miss Deckett, I don't have 15 fingers.
How
I
many
have
pretend
10.
fingers do we have up?
Oh, pretend fingers, I have 5.
That's right. We have 5 pretend fingers up. Go ahead and take away 8 all at once. Let's make a number sentence to show what we just did.
We said 10,
10
take away
minus
8 equals 2.
2. How many fingers do we have up?
We only have 2 up.
Yes, 2. And how many pretend fingers do we have up?
Remember, I had 5 pretend fingers in my head.
Got it. 5. So how many fingers, including pretend fingers, do we have all together?
So 5, 6, 7.
Yes, 7. Let's make a number sentence to show what we just did. 2 plus 5 equals 7, which means 15 minus 8 equals?
7.
You got it. 15 minus 8 equals 7. Let's do the other one together, friends.
Okay, so erase if you haven't already.
Let's solve the expression 11 minus 8.
Pause it. I want you to erase your board and let's do this one together. I'm going to leave my steps up So you can see my 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I know I'm doing it all the way correctly. Now I'm going to start with my problem, which is 11 minus 8. I'm going to break 11 apart into 10 and 1. Now, when I break it apart into 10 and 1, it's still 11. I'm just making it simple. So I can draw it out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Now remember, I'm going to frame my 10. Okay. This drawing is the same thing as my number bond. Still 11. It's just 10 and 1. Okay. Same exact thing. Zoom in a little bit so you can see it. 11, 10 and 1. Step 2, when I draw it out, is 10 and 1. Now, step 3, I'm going to take 8 away from my 10. 5, 6, 7, 8. What is 10 minus 8? I have 2 left. This 8 minus 10, or I'm sorry, this 10 minus 8 is right here in my 10 picture. 10, mark out 8, left with 2. Now, step 4, I'm going to count how many and add them together I have left. I had 2 in my 10, 1 outside my frame. 2 plus 1 is 3. Then I can finally say 11 minus 8 equals 3. Now, let's see if Ms. Duckett got the same answer we did.
Here, I have a stick of 11 linking cubes. To use the take from 10 strategy, let's break this apart into
10 and 1.
Yes, let's break this apart into 10 and 1. Now, let's take away 8. Which addend should I take away 8 from?
I'm going to take
The
it
10
from my 10.
Or the 1?
We're going to do 10 because there's more of them.
You got it. It would be simpler to take away 8 from 10. So 10 minus 8 equals
2.
That's right, 2. 2 and 1 more equals
3.
Yes, 2 plus 1 equals 3, which means 11 minus 8 equals
3.
Yes, 11 minus 8 equals 3. Great work. Let's do one more together, and this time, let's use our fingers.
Okay.
Let's solve the expression 12 minus 8. Give me 12 fingers.
I don't have 12. I have 10.
How many pretend fingers do we have up?
I'm going to have 2 pretend fingers on my head. Okay. So I have 10
Yes,
here and 2 here.
2 pretend fingers. Go ahead and take away 8 all at once. How many fingers do we have up now?
2.
Yes, 2 fingers. Let's show a number sentence to show what we just did.
10 minus
10
8 equals
minus
2.
8 equals 2. So we know we have 2 fingers up, but how many pretend fingers do we have up?
We had 2 in our head. So we had 2 and
Yes,
2.
2 pretend fingers. So how many fingers, including our pretend fingers, do we have all together?
2, 3, 4.
That's right. We have 4 fingers all together. A number sentence that shows what we just did would be 2 plus 2 equals 4, which means 12 minus 8 equals
4.
That's right. 12 minus 8 equals 4. Great job today. You guys really stretched your thinking. I'm super proud of you. Well, now it's time for the problem set. Your must-do problems are 2, 5, and 9.
Okay, so
Remember to
I'm
do
going
your
to
best
stop
work for
recording,
10
or I mean, stop sharing this for a
I'll see you.
second. Okay, friends, now we're going to do numbers 2, 5, and 9 on your problem set. Let's look at 2, 5, and 9. I'm not gonna do number 2 with you. I'm gonna do number 3 with you, okay? The directions tell you to circle 10 and subtract. So your problem on number says 11 minus 8, and it even gives you 11 pizza slices. So 11 minus 8 equals something. I'm gonna quickly draw my 11 pizza slices. Okay, I'm gonna circle 10, just like we normally do, frame it. Boop. Now I'm gonna mark out 8 of them because I'm taking 8 away. There's 5, 6, 7, 8. That left me with 2 and 1. 2 plus 1 makes 3. All right, you're gonna do it like that on number 2 and 5. Let's look down here at 9 because our directions change. On 9, it tells you to either draw and circle 10 or break apart the T number with a number bond. So let's look at it both ways. Let's look at number 8. Okay, so our problem says 12 minus 8. If I'm going to break it apart with a number bond, I'm going to break it apart to 10 and 2. Then I'm going to take 8 from 10. Then I'm going to add what I have left. I've got my 2 and my 2. So 12 minus 8 equals 4. Now let's look at it how they want us to do it the circle 10 way, okay? So same problem, 12 minus 8. Draw 12. I'm going to circle the 10 or frame it. Take 8 of those away. Here's what I have left, 2, 3, 4. Okay, either way. You're going to do numbers 2, 5, and 9 on your own. You're going to do all of the ticket. You're going to turn them both into me together. If you have any questions, please, please, please email me, or you can go back and look in the video again to see if maybe you're getting something. Okay, remember, turn your exit ticket and your problem set in together though. All right, guys, I'll see you on our next lesson. Bye.